A very warm welcome to everyone. First of all, I would like to let you know that this is not a project that I carried out during the pandemic. This is actually a project that has been carried out in 2019, before we got the pandemic actually. Is it loud and clear for everyone? Is it okay?
Yeah, good.
Okay, so I'll start. The name of the project is WMR 2.0, the acronym for Write Me Right 2.0. It is actually a teacher sharing session, a strategy of PLC. So for the information, I'm sure everyone know, Malaysia is actually, they are very well versed on PLC, Professional Learning Community. Everyone knows basically most of the strategies in PLC. So one of the strategy is a teacher sharing session, and out of the strategy comes this project actually. So this is my agenda. I will be also sharing with you a very brief introduction on what is a teacher sharing session and the reasons why this project was created. In addition, we will also talk about the target, who are they and why are the reason I chose them, and definitely the steps to reach the sky, which means the timeline, the framework and all the effort put, and the end product of this project, whether it's successful or not. And I will also show you some happy evidence, which are the footage and also pictures of the whole project. Okay, so like I said, this is a brief introduction on what is a teacher sharing session. A teacher sharing session is actually a group of teachers, whether they are from the same or different institute, and it is a platform for them to share knowledge, skills, experience, and definitely the most important is for them to share their pedagogical practices. And also these pedagogical practices that they share is actually for benefiting each other, also for their professional development and as well as for benefiting the students, which is the main reason actually. So in a teacher sharing session, there are three main objectives which I have narrowed. First of all, the teachers will share the ASK. It's not ask, it's ASK. It means attitude, skill, and knowledge. So in this platform, they will share with each other on how are the attitudes, whether they will learn their own attitudes or the students' attitude, but they will definitely also learn, adapt, and adopt some of the skill and knowledge from other teachers. Another reason why I chose teacher sharing session, because it works as a platform to stimulate the interest of other teachers and also to motivate them. It is important for these teachers to know that they have support and something can be done, because each teacher, they are actually facing different kind of students' background. Like they might be facing some classroom management behavior, classroom management problems, issues, or maybe some of them are also facing issues in tackling the good students or even the weak students. So this is one of the platform. And the third objective will be definitely benefiting themselves, where they can actually develop their own professionalism. So it is actually a teacher's professional development itself. In a teacher sharing session, there will be two types of sharing. Number one is the material sharing, whereby the sharing is based on the worksheet, probably teaching aids, on the curriculum, on homeworks. So those are the material sharing. And the second one will be non-material sharing, which is the pedagogical practice itself. So this project will be focusing on the non-material sharing. There are three strategies in a teacher sharing session. Number one is show, tell, and share. Number two is pillow talk and gallery walk. And number three is magic wand. So I will be focusing on show, tell, and share. A teacher sharing session using the strategy show, tell, and share. So the reasons why this project was created is actually, first of all, it is to improve the passing percentage for the English subject in the UPSR in 3 chosen schools. UPSR means it's our standardized examination for the year 6 students. So in UPSR, actually, the most important they are focusing now, the government is focusing, our KPM is actually focusing on the MTM, mencapai tahap minimum, which means the passing percentage. The second one is to coach and expose the teachers by guiding the teachers on techniques answering English questions, basically on the writing text in UPSR. So definitely all teachers, they are very well versed, they know, and they know what are the skills, techniques and everything. But it is a job of us, the officers, and also for the job of other master trainers to actually guide the teachers whether the techniques they are using are suitable or not. So it is to coach and expose them. And thirdly, hopefully that this project will be a platform allowing teachers to collaborate, and it was a district level sharing session. So to stress here, PLC is well known in almost every school, and in Kedah actually, there will be a report on EPLC that each school will be sending almost every, I think quarterly, last year. And then, however, my intention on creating this project is to see whether there can be a platform on district level or not. Means schools helping another school. So that is the reason why this project was created. So these are the target, who are the schools. So 3 schools were chosen, SK Labu Besar, SK Taman Masuri and SK Mahang, and all these 3 schools are situated in our district, Kulim Bandar Baharu. So there are a few reasons why these schools were chosen. Number 1 is the enrollment of the students. These are the 3 schools with large enrollment, large number of students enrolling. And we found out that these 3 schools are very good actually. But actually, the issue might be the techniques that they use. So we plan to actually help them to coach on what are the suitable techniques. So that's the reason why we chose these 3 schools. So the idea is to improve at least 20% for English writing of year 6 students in 3 schools chosen within a year. So that is the TOV. So, and then if you can see, the TOV basically is below passing marks, which is 40. And then you can see at this side is actually the targeted. Okay. So this is an event schedule overview on how it is done actually. So basically, I will be showing you a timeline, a framework of how this project has been carried out in district level. In February, we had an organizational meeting. So this meeting is basically for discussion and preparation with all the coaches and also with the district master trainers. So during this meeting, we actually will discuss on the slides, on the concept papers, on what to share, what not to share, and how to tackle the teachers, and also on building the timeline and the framework. Initially, when I thought of the framework, I only thought of one day meeting, which was very wrong actually, because after that we ended up meeting like a few times, almost every week. And also we met via a digital platform through Telegram. And also we were like calling each other just to make sure that everything was right. So by March, we managed to carry out the teacher sharing session, whereby we managed to choose all the teachers. We asked all the teachers to come to a place, and then all the master trainers and the teachers, they actually share with the teachers. So what they share is actually their success story and whatever they have done in their school and how it has improved their students. And they also brought in some of the samples of the students' marks before and after they tried out the techniques. So here, the other teachers from the 3 schools chosen, they can actually adapt and adopt according to the needs of their students. It is very important here that we actually do not engage in any particular fixed modules, because we believe in school autonomy. The teacher knows the student best. So the teacher gets to pick and choose, adapt and adopt according to the needs of their students. So this is how it was done. However, we will do a FUFT. So FUFT is follow up, follow through, where it started from April to September. I only set like at least twice, like 2 times we do the FUFT, a follow up at schools on how are they working in the schools and whether the interventions are suitable and if the impact is being seen. However, I realized twice is not enough. So we started to chat and then check each other through a Telegram group. So in the Telegram group, all the master trainers will also be there. So we are checking on each other, seeing whether everyone is doing okay or not. And I also got help from few of my fellow colleagues. There were few SIC plus who really actually helped me by going down to schools and see whether they are okay or not, whether the issues are suitable or not, if they're facing any problem, how can we counter back. So we were doing that until September. Okay, the reason why we stopped in September is because September is the timeline for the UPSR to happen, our standard examination for year 6. And then we got the result like early November, I think, early November or end of October. So we did the postmortem in November where teachers actually sharing their best practices with other teachers. So here the teachers start to share with other people and the other teachers. And I also shared like their projects and everything in a few other sharing session with my colleagues and also with other district officers. So you can see here, I would like to talk about the 8 steps that I generated in order to actually help the teachers. So how we here in the office, we really want to help the teachers and how we can create a framework for them to use the technique properly. And then they also know that where they are heading to. So number 1 is to generate the ideas. So when you generate the ideas, you are actually creating a sharing platform, and it is important for you to discuss on the issues and ideas. First of all, it's important to discuss on the issues to find out what are you facing and why after so many times you have tried, the result is still the same, where it has gone wrong, and how can you actually tackle it. Number 2 is very important for you to choose your target. So here we use the head count technique. For me to explain the head count technique, it will take really long. However, head count is a technique where you see what is the takeoff value, the TOV, and how can you actually target the ETR, the estimated target value, using a basic calculation. So we will also teach the teachers on how to do that. And after that, it is important for every teachers to actually group the students. You can group the students weak with the weaker ones or also mix them. It depends on the school autonomy, because sometimes you think the good students can help the weak ones, but sometimes you think grouping them according to their level of academic will help you to help them actually, because you can identify the target group. So, sorry. Okay, so the third step is to create a team. This is very important. That's why this PLC has actually taken into place, because I believe that we cannot do much alone. It is important for us to have a team so that we can do more and we can actually generate more ideas and have more opinions and views when we have a team. So I always encourage my teachers to work in a team. And then number 4, it is very important for everyone to write a plan, to have a framework, to have a planning. And they must remember that one size doesn't fit all in a planning. And same goes to your students. You cannot use only one technique to actually get the end product, because you have differentiated background, differentiated learning, and each of them have different SES, socioeconomic status, and they want different things from you. So this is where when you write a plan, you actually adapt and adopt according to the needs of the students. And also you must include there on your capability as well, how much you can go as well. So this is where you write a proper plan. And then the 5th step is to get the support. This is very important because you are not seeking approval, you are actually getting support. So the first support you need is from your admin, your headmaster, your principals, your SLT, your senior leader teams, your head of panel, all those supports, because you can't work alone. You need them to support you, and they need to believe that with this support, you can actually do something for the students. And the second support is from the district officers as well as the state officers. So this support is needed because I believe they can see you in a bigger view. They can see what's happening in one school and in another school, so they can give you more ideas and experiences. And it is also kind of like, a shoulder for you to cry and, to tell all your issues. So that's where you get the support. And definitely you need a support from the master trainers. So this is the reason why I created a Telegram group where I included their master trainers, because sometimes I believe the teachers feel more comfortable with another teacher. So maybe they want to ask direct questions to the teachers and just to ask ideas to face issues and all those things. And number 6, I always tell the teachers that everything is about trial and error. Like, you cannot assume everything you start will work. The reason why Write Me Right is 2.0, WMR 2.0, because we have the version 1.0 before this. So we must assume that, we cannot assume that everything will work, but we must always be prepared to rectify and change our interventions when it is needed. So that is the reason why we need follow up, follow through. We stop when we think it's not working, and we find rooms for improvement, and we do better. So if you can, if all of us can actually go through this phase of trial and error, then we can achieve the next level, which is to share and gain. So once you get what you have, it is important for you to always share what you have achieved with others. This is to help to create a positive ecosystem. I believe in positive ecosystem towards sustainability, because if you manage to sustain what you have gone through, that means you don't have to go through the issues again and again. Here also, I would like to share that one of the teacher from this tree school has actually shared his experience in another district, and that district was so happy, and they actually were so interested that they take into consideration all the factors, and they want to try this project in their district. Number 8 is the most important of all. I always tell my teachers, please celebrate your success. Don't be so hard on yourself. So if you manage to do something, if the end product is good, and then you have to actually celebrate your success. Always pat yourself, and then, give yourself a go. You should know that you are actually going somewhere. The effort is there. You have put so much of effort and everything. So celebrate it. So these are the 8 steps. We are going to the end product now. So this is the end product. You can see there. Our target was actually 20% for each school. So we actually got the differences more than 20%. This is an incredible success for us, and I was very happy with the end product, but all the credit goes to the teachers, because I know how much they work hard at school. But I believe that this was achieved because of the team in the school, and also with the master trainers. And out of this end product, the overall marks for districts in the English writing paper for UPSR actually increased by 4.1%, contributed by these 3 schools. I've forgotten to mention, we have 87 primary schools in district of Kulim Bandar Baharu. And this is just the 3 schools that we managed to help. And it was a very good end product actually. So the outcome was very good, that we actually tried this same project again into 2020 with a little bit of improvement. And then, however, it was stopped due to the pandemic, but it was taken over by SIC. But they were very good because they immediately switched it to online. They are online, and they're actually doing it digitalized. So it's still running now. So I would like to show with you some of the happy evidence, the happy moments. These are some of my coaches, teammates, and everyone. This is when they were discussing the framework, and see, they are very happy actually. So the picture on the right, actually, I was not there. I was admitted due to something. I was in the hospital, I remember. I was hospitalized. So one of my colleagues actually took over, and they actually sent me a picture saying, Ruby, it's okay. We are handling it. We are discussing, we are not doing anything else. And they actually did a very pretty good job. These are some of the write-up that they had. They were trying it out, whether they can simplify, and whether, like Professor Jihoon now, they were trying with the avatar. This is like without the avatar. They themselves tried whether it was working or not. They become the student, they become the teacher. So they were like doing the simulation within them, and to see how actually it turns out. This is the sharing session we had. So where they share with all the teachers. The teachers that we called were all the year 4, 5, and 6 teachers, the entire English panel. because we thought that if we want the year 6 to work out, it's better to start from the year 4 itself. So the entire team were there from the 3 schools. These are how they were coaching, actually, pictures of them were coaching. We had 3 days actually doing this. We were sharing for 3 days. So of course, I won't forget to give them recognition. You remember I said the support. So I do give recognition to all the coaches and master trainers, appreciating them and thanking them for all the wonderful work that they did. So these are some of the pictures there. This is something that was not in the framework actually, but the teachers were so good. That's why I say all the credits go to the teachers as well. They actually did a PLC weekly to see whether they can improve the method that they have adapt and adopt from the sharing session. And they did their own little sharing session actually. They actually sent the report to me, which I said, you don't have to do any reports, but they actually sent like with the pictures and report of what they gained from the small PLC they had in the school. This is from another school. And one of the teachers also here actually in this with us. She's also one of Dr. Rohizani's student. This is from SK Tama Masuri. So they actually focus on all students. So they did it with year 4, 5, and 6, all of them. So this is how they conducted it. This is from SK Labu Besar. SK Labu Besar, actually, this is the teacher who actually presented in another district. How they did it, they actually integrated with the good students. So the good students were actually helping the weaker students as well. So like I said, it's the school economy. And this is from SK Mahang. SK Mahang, they actually focus on the weak students. They grouped the weak students and they targeted them and they worked on them. So these are the things. However, before I end, I just want to say that I believe in teamwork actually. So I believe that you cannot achieve anything alone. So it's definitely you need to create a good team and they will be the people who actually help you. And that is why I feel that PLC is a very good thing. It's a very good platform for you to share and for you to work as a team, because great things in business are never done by one person. They're actually done by a team of people. So with that, I say thank you. Thank you so much. I open the floor for questions.